All right, let's get the show on the road. Okay, so for those of you tuning into the video today, we are going to be going through everything we already learned in hyperspeed. So we're going to be modeling, we're going to be rigging, we're going to be animating, and we're going to be importing from Blender 2.8 into Unity all today. And we'll see if we can do that in 1 hour. So let's see if this is a realistic goal or just a pipe dream. I'm just going to set this up so I can keep an eye on the chat while I'm working. There we go. Everything's like slightly different. I've moved this weekend, so everything is not quite where I expect it to be. That's okay. We can adapt. We can improvise. We can survive. Okay. I'm gonna wait till 6 o'clock to start this jam. So basically all I have here is an empty Blender file with Mr. Nook, because Animal Crossing is all the rage, and also I'm having way too much fun playing it, so we're doing Tom Nook. We have the empty Unity cube, which we will probably do away with, and then we're gonna see where this goes. We're gonna see how fast we can do this. This isn't the world's greatest reference image. Normally, if I were to take this a little bit more slowly, I would have a side view as well. Maybe I can get one of those real quick before time starts. No, side view. Let's see, it'd be wise. Most of these images are profane and not very helpful. Oh, here's one that actually has the side view. God help the internet. Oh God. Let's see. I can bring this in real quick before people start piling in. You guys get the special show on YouTube. All right, file, save as. Sorry about the wait. It'll be worth it. And maybe we'll put a timestamp in to let you know where to go to when the party starts. Tom Nook side view. Excellent. I'm going to close down Photoshop as well to get some extra processing power up in here. Okay, image reference, side view. Nice. Okay. And let's get into wireframe mode. Yeah, let's make sure that. So this is kind of a weird reference because it's not directly side, but it will do. In fact, I'm actually moving it up here so it's not actually distracting, just for reference. Okay, so it's 6:01. So I'm gonna get started with all of this. Let's see where it goes. Alrighty, so first things first, let's remove this cube. And let us begin with, I'll start with a sphere for the head. We're gonna, yeah, you know what, that's a good amount of geometry. Gonna get into edit mode with tab, rotate 90 degrees, bring it up GZ. And press 1 on the number pad to shoot to the front view. And once again, this isn't like a perfect reference. It's just the best we've got on hand from the internet. I'm gonna grab the bottom with Control Shift Select to grab a whole edge loop from that one to that one. 1 to go to the front, O to go into proportional edit mode, and S to scale. And we can use the scroll wheel to determine the size of the proportional editing. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to bring this down GZ and actually move it forward with just regular G. Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. And the back of his head's a little bit lower. Perfect. Okay, nice. That's a good head shape to start with, I dare say. I dare say. Bring down a little bit, just in the front. Perfect. Nice. Okay, I like that head shape. I'm also going to go into Object, Shade Smooth, make sure it's nice and smooth. I'm going to save this in here. And look. There we go. That way I can save. and I don't lose everything, which is always the case when you don't save. A little bit more up here. Yoink. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to make another sphere. Shift A to bring up that menu, but you can also use mesh up there and bring it on up. Turn off proportional editing so I don't affect the head. And I'm going to press scale, Shift Z, to scale in every attribute except for Z. And I'm going to bring his front of his belly forward a little bit. Because he's a little chunky. He's a chunky boy. And some booty as well. Select, Control Shift Select to get that whole line and bring that back. There we go. Nice. All right. I'm actually gonna hide the head so I can edit this in piece. There we go. And I'm gonna grab all of these points here with the C to like the brush selection. You click to add selection, and then you use the middle mouse button to remove selection, and just extrude that up. Oh, turn off proportional editing with O. Rotate, and Alt-H to unhide. Okay, hovering over something, pressing L will also select it, by the way, so that's what I'm doing when I'm doing that. There we go. Nice. Okay. And he's a little bit wider than that. Yoink. Yeah. Let's see. His bottom is wider than his top. O, X. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now constrict that a little bit. Oop. Don't want to mess up the head. There we go. Alt-H to unhide. Perfect. Okay, so moving right along, we're going to do some of those arms. We're going to do one arm and one leg, and then we'll come back to, what do you want me to do? I'm actually going to, yeah, and I'll do the arms first. I'll do a cylinder. So let's take a cylinder. I think 16 is probably good in terms of faces. Let's turn off proportional editing. That always gets me. Let's get rid of these n-gons on the edges there, because I hate those things. Do-do-do. And grab it. And nice. We're gonna go real quick here. Oh my gosh, a follower. Hello. Thank you right against the grain for following. Welcome to modeling Tom Nook at blazing fast speeds in just 1 hour. So you've come for a wild ride. We're gonna put that in there, and then we're gonna take the edge here and just make it smaller. E to extrude, get that in there. Let's grab the entire edge loop with Alt Select to grab the edge loop, G X to move it out a little bit, and we're gonna move it like that. Now let's grab the inner edge loop from the edges, Alt Select, one to head back to the front, and E to extrude. Oh, actually it's not, it's still too big. Let's try that one. There we go. Nice. And just extrude and scale and extrude and scale and extrude and merge Alt-N at the center. And now, what I want to do, I'm going to actually make an edge loop with Control-R, and then click to set it there, and then just make it a little bit bigger. I'm also going to create an edge loop here, and well as 3 in the middle that will act as his elbow later on. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. And in fact, I'm going to press 7 to head to the top view, get into wireframe with Z, and then select the pie menu. And let's bend that a little forward. There we go. That way we know exactly where it is. Excellent. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to... No, that's fine. Shift D, X, to duplicate it and move it in the X direction. Control M, X, flip it in the X direction, and X, move it a little bit more. And so now, it's tough to see, but this is actually, these normals are flipped right now. So I just press Alt-N, normals, which is the normals menu, and then recalculate outside to make sure it's the right way. Whenever you flip something, make sure you recalculate the normals, or you will end up with a nasty surprise. Mesh. Shading, smooth shading. All right, we're getting there. We've got ourselves the beginning of a Nook. Okay, so let's do his hands. All right, so let's go back to wireframe so we can grab the back faces as well. And I'm actually going to just extrude these. There we go. And just bring them in a little bit and then bring it up. So now we're at the beginning of where we have the shirt, essentially, right? Nice. And now from the bottom, we make another cylinder. 16 is still good, I think, in terms of faces. Nice. And we'll just bring that up. And it occurs to me, I forgot to actually go on Twitter and actually announce that I'm streaming right now. And I was like, why? There aren't many people. Usually there's more people than this. I'm gonna go and do that. All right, timer is paused, okay? 6:09. We're gonna count that later on when it comes to timing. Okay. Promotional. Okay. I want this to be the thing. Twitch.tv/TV/Ready Felon. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, and unpause the timer. Okay. Sorry about the echo in here, by the way. It's new house, all that jazz. And let's grab these guys. Alright, so we lost 1 minute. That's not so bad. And if you look at the reference, his pants actually kind of go forward like that. Let's grab the inner ring here. Boink. And bring it down. Oh. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna make him a little bit skinnier though. There we go. Nice. Okay. And rotate that like that. And then bring it close. And let's grid fill that. Nice. Okay. And let's bring that in like that. Nice. Okay. And mesh is smooth shaded. And just like before, we're gonna Shift D X and bring it across. And we're also gonna remember to recalculate the normals so that they all show up properly. Excellent. Okay. And now what I might do, if we have time. No, we don't have time. Never mind. We're in hyperspeed here. We're not doing that stuff. We're not gonna fix that little line there. Last but not least, let's grab a UV sphere. This one can be a little bit less dense. Oops. Rotate that 90 degrees. And now we've got this big old tail here. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the inner part of the tail, shoot that to his butt. Nice. And I'm just gonna grab these other sections here. And there we go. That's a nice start for it. And then Control R to get some edge loops going, just to smooth it out a little bit. Perfect. Okay. Nice. And then smooth shading. Okay. So we are still missing the ears, I believe, and then the badge on his shirt and these buttons. Okay, so let's do some ears. I will make some cylinders, I believe. That would be a good start. Oh, did I make a new cylinder? I didn't want to do that. I want to do it within the object itself. Oh, that's why that happened. Control J, merge those. I didn't make the new thing from within, so we have to join them. It was its own object, which it shouldn't have been. You always want to make your, if you're working in a single mesh, you want to make sure you're adding objects from within edit mode, otherwise things will become a little bit wonky. So a cylinder from within edit mode, there it is. Grab the tops from in face mode, please, thank you. Rotate that on the x-axis 90 degrees and bring it up. And the kind of stretchy ears like that. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. And bring that in the y-axis. Perfect. Let's grab the back edge loop here with Alt Select. And let's start bringing it down like that. And there we go. Alt M at center. Nice. And let's grab that point and just bring it a little bit further back. There we go. Nice. Bring that forward. Nice. And extrude that down. Perfect. Nice. Object smooth shade. Awesome. And then like before, we're just gonna take that, and I'm actually gonna move it a little bit this way because that head is in the references kind of tilted. I'm just gonna, there we go. Shift D, Control M, X. That is to duplicate and then flip it in the X-axis. Perfect. Nice. There we go. Get his little insignia on his chest over here. I'm gonna make a UV sphere, rotate it 90 degrees, make it small, and then squash it in that axis, and lay it flat on his chest. Nice. And then for these buttons here, what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to take the middle of his chest, right here. I'm actually going to extrude it out a little bit, like that. And then I'm going to merge these points, oops, Alt M at last, Alt M at last, Alt M at last, Alt M at last. This one will be interesting. I'm just going to hide this so I can see it. Alright, we're 15 minutes in and we are almost done modeling, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. There we go. Bring this forward a little bit so that we can actually see it. There we go. Nice. And now we're going to basically use this again as buttons. Yoink. Bring that down. You can press decimal on the control pad to focus on an object and make it the center of your rotation. That often helps keep track of stuff, I find. Ooh, you're doing time up today. Yeah, Pomo, you got it. That is what I am up to. We're doing it at blazing fast speeds. We're doing everything we've learned already, putting it together in one episode. Because originally our plan was to do just importing today, but it turned out that really didn't need its own video at all. So we're just going to be doing everything again, so people can get one last look at what exactly goes into making a character, even if they weren't here for the previous videos. Okay, and then object smooth. Nice. How you doing, Pomo? Living the life? And I'm gonna give him little eyes, I think. He deserves eyes. He's a good boy. Okay, let's give him some spheres. Oh, I made it outside of the thing. I didn't want that. Inside, let's make a sphere. Rotate 90 degrees, bring it up. And squash him. You're doing great. Just got Twitch played. Oh, nice. Sending your channel points right now. Awesome. And thank you, Jack. Thank you. Doing our best. Actually, it should be a little more squished than that. Oop, wrong axis. Woohoo. All right. And bring that in there. Nice. Just bring it forward a bit. There we go. And Shift DX to move it and duplicate it in the x-axis. Control MX to flip it in the x-axis. And let's bring it in and a little bit forward and a little bit in. Nice. Nope, that looks weird. Looks absolutely terrifying. There we go. And I'm just gonna take these, create seams here, Control M, mark seam. That way I can easily grab just the bottom, or actually I want just the top. And I'm gonna extrude it, and then Alt S to scale it. Whoa, well that's interesting. Make sure you have your normals calculated before you do that. Otherwise things will get very wonky indeed. There we go. So there we go. And I like that. And let us go to Shade Smooth and make a little edge loop here so that the lighting calculates properly. There we go. Yay! It's a little creepy, to be sure. Maybe if nope, we don't have time for it. We are at 20 minutes and we are done modeling. Okay. Now we're gonna get rid of these and we're gonna do some rigging. Okay. I'm just gonna fix his head a little bit, just a little bit. His cheeks should be lower than this. There we go. Okay, now I'm happy. Okay. So now we're gonna do some rigging. We're gonna head back to the front with one on the number pad, and we're gonna, in object mode, I'm gonna name this Nook. We're gonna make a new armature, and we're gonna go to its viewport display and make it in front so that we can actually see what we're doing. Head into edit mode, and let's start rigging. So let's start with the hips. I'm just gonna disconnect this bone so that it moves independently of the root bone, which is down there. That's hips, spine, chest, neck, and head. Okay, and let's position these in the, actually pretty good in the side view, and let's name them. We go to the little bone over here. This is root. This is hips. And this is spine. This is chest. This is neck. And this is head. Nice. Alrighty, and then let's bring these out. It's Alt P to disconnect the bones, by the way, and E to extrude. Just for those who want to know. There we go. Nice. So get it in the top view, make sure it's all making sense. There we go. This one is upper arm.L. Oop, that was exciting. This is lower arm.L. Oh, hey, oh, Hyperscope, how you doing? We're making Tom Nook. It's Tom Nook. We're gonna see if we can do everything in one episode. There we got these guys. We're gonna Shift D, X, Control X, or Control MX. It's looking fantastic. Thank you, Odd Goo. I appreciate it. And I'm just gonna flip the names with W, names, flip names, and then we have to go in here and get rid of these 001s. The old version of Blender used to get rid of those for you. But this one doesn't, and it's sad. It's honestly quite sad. Alright, so I got that. And that is looking good. it, I think. Maybe move these down a little bit. And now from the hips, we're going to extrude out another bone, Alt-P, disconnect bone. And this will be the thigh bone. Thigh bone's connected to the shin bone. And then the shin bone, and then the foot bone. Nice. So now we have thigh.L, we have shin.L, and we have foot.L. And let's grab these, and let's Shift-DX, move them over here, and we will W, names, flip names, and get rid of these double O1s. Nice. Yeah, we're only 25 minutes in. They're going extremely well. Okay. I think we're gonna be able to do the hour. And then last but certainly not least, let's get this tail looking good and moving nicely. I'll do 3 bones for it because why not? Tail.1. Oh, not tile. Tail.1. Tail.2. And tail.3. Perfect. Okay. So that is our rig. Let's head back to object mode. And ooh, didn't mean that. Grab the mesh, grab the armature, Control P, and we're gonna set parent to armature deform with empty groups. So now, when we head into, let me just call this the Nook armature. And when we head into the mesh and we go into our vertex or object data properties, we can see all of our vertex groups have, you know, the names of bones. So what we can just do here is head through them and let's grab, I'm hover selecting with L here. Assign head, and basically just head through real quick and do a preliminary, assignment of things. And we're gonna go through these and make them a little bit more, good. In just a second. A little more accurate. There it is. So these will be on the spine and chest. Let's see. Boom and boom. And then grab this. And then we'll just go and we'll apply that to all 3 of these for now. And we'll just subtract what we don't want later. And up here, that's the left arm. I know it's our right, but it's his left. So it's only fair that we use his stuff. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, the tail. Okay, so now we have everything that we want selected. We can go into weight paint mode. Boink. And so now you can see that we have everything kind of corresponds to what has been selected. Red means it's maximum selected and blue means it's completely unselected, and it kind of goes through the rainbow between them. So let's say we do tail 3 and we have our gradient. I'm going to open up the tool menu over here with N, and let's say we want it to be completely nothing. So tail 3 is the N bone, and ooh, that's exciting. I see. I need to do it here, don't I? Turn the weight down there, and that's how you do it. So now we can see that the tail is being, here it is completely unaffected, and here it is completely affected. So it's tail 3. Do the same thing with the middle, and the same thing with the base. Perfect. And then let's go to the foot. I'm just going to give it a little bit of this. So that's there. And get rid of some of this. And the thigh is basically just the top. Nice. Perfect. And then let's go to the other side. 3 for side view. The thigh is basically just the top, as before. Shin is the bottom minus the foot. Yeah, that's good. But I want it to be, no, I want it to be, okay, let's try it one more time. So this is the thigh, good. the shin, I want it to be everything down here minus the foot. So is that minus the foot? Perfect, that's what I wanted. And then the foot is everything there down. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. We're making our way up here. Let's do the right arm. Let's look at it from the top. Nah, that's not a very good view. Front is probably the best view for this. Okay, let's do that. So we have arm upper. What have I done? Ah, I lost track of where I was. There we go. Sometimes if you undo while you're in a different bone, it'll go back to the previous bone you were working on. You'd be like, where is everything? Where did it all go? And you'll be very confused. There's the upper arm. Here's the lower arm. And here's the hand. Get a little more. There we go. Nice. And then same as the other side. Nope, I want the upper arm. Perfect. 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 And the hand. There we go. Nice. And I believe we've done those. The head is good. Neck is good. Chest needs some work. Okay. What I'm going to do for here, I'm actually going to do radial subtractions. What that does is actually does like a circular effect. Oop. So I'm basically just going to unselect the neck. That'll be its own bone. And then back to linear, I will make a nice rainbow shirt for him. The middle spine is this bone here, so I'm going to get rid of his pants. And everything there down will be that. And then hips is everything there and down, just as pantaloons. And what we can do also for the hips, I want to include the tops of the pants. So I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to grab these, head back to this, and I'm going to press this button up here for masking by face. And so now when I use my gradient, it will only affect the things that are there. See? Uh-oh. I guess I had the tail selected as well. Sorry. Shift L to get rid of that. Now you were talking. Bugsy, no, you cannot come in here. My cat wants to come in very badly. She's gonna make it in. Bugsy? Okay, she's here. I'm not giving you any food. I'm busy. Mama's busy. No. You ate. You're good. She'll chill out in just a second. There we go. She's just a ham. She doesn't know any better. She's just a baby ham. Okay, so now we have in weight paint, just to look again. I want to turn off the mask. So we have root is nothing, hips is the hips, spine, and then chest, neck, head, upper arm L, lower arm L, hand L, upper arm R, lower arm R, hand R, thigh dot L, shin dot L, foot dot L, thigh, shin, foot, tail 1, tail 2, tail 3. 1 second. Now you guys can hear my husband cooking, so I'm gonna have to get Bugsy out of here, and I'll be right back. 1 second. Bugsy, you're gonna have to go in another room because I'm busy. Do it all? No, she opened the door, and that's why I was loud. She's gotta go somewhere. Sorry? Bugsy was sneaking into my room, and so she opened the door, so you can make sure that she stays downstairs. Did you close the door? Well, she got into it. She opened it herself. Hey, she went downstairs.
I don't know. Pull it tight enough to latch it.
Maybe.
You see?
She's downstairs.
I'm just gonna.
That's fair. Okay. Thank you. Bad cat life. Alrighty. Okay, so we basically finished rigging. Let's just make sure that it's all good. This is my life, guys. Alrighty, so head to the object mode so you can switch between the mesh and the armature. I had a student ask me why he couldn't select the mesh, and it's because he was in edit mode in the armature, and you can't select the mode from between modes. You have to be in object mode, then select, then head into edit mode. That's the only way you can get into a specific object's edit mode. So let's head back to the armature, and we're going to go into pose mode. So now this should all work. Perfect. Perfect. It's always good to just test things out. It's a little bit janky in some areas. Might need a little bit more geometry. It's very cute. Little tanuki. Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, definitely some more geometry in some places. Let's head in here. Give him a little bit more to work with on his little feeties. A little bit more to work with here. A little more to work with here. And that should be good. Maybe here. I think that's just a bit too far to bend that hand, considering what it is. Yeah, so maybe it's got just a limited range of motion before it starts to get a bit janky. That's okay. And we got this, and we got this, and we got this. Nice. And we have a little bit of time, so I'm going to actually do some inverse kinematics on this guy. So let's head into edit mode again. And what I want to do is I want to duplicate this bone, the foot bone, duplicate this bone, the foot bone. And I'm going to take these, extrude them down, grab these new bones, and then I'm going to disconnect them and bring them up like that. These will be his knee bones. There we go. And I'm going to parent them to the root. And same with these duplicates. There we go. So there's the duplicate there. I'm going to name this ikfoot.l. And I'm going to name this one ikfoot.r. And I'm also going to parent these to the root as well. Nice. So now what we can do is we can go into our bone pose mode. We'll grab the shins, and we're going to go into our bone constraints, which is right here. Add a bone constraint, inverse kinematics. And so what we're going to do is we're going to change the length to be 2, I believe. Yeah, you can see that little dashed line there. That means it's connected from here to there. So when you move it, it's moving like that, which is kind of what we want. So we'll finesse it, don't worry. So we go into the armature, and we want a bone to target. And so I'm going to have it target the ikfoot.l, which is this bone right here. And then for the pull target, which is basically which way is the front, we're going to have it target the knee. Oh, I didn't name it, did I? No, I did not. Knee.l and knee.l. Oh, knee.r, sorry. All right. I got 9 viewers out there. How are you guys doing? Feel free to talk in the chat if you want to. It's so lonely. It's so lonely these days. It's good to have company. All right, let's head back to pose. And we're gonna make sure that we are here. And now we have knees to look up to. Perfect. But what happened was you can see it actually twisted it. So what we want to do is we want to head this and put this to -90. I'm not 100% sure why it's -90, but it is. So that's what we do. And we put the armature, and then it's ikfoot.r, armature, and knee.r. Oop. And I didn't set the chain length to 2, so it was bending the whole body, and -90. Perfect. And so now we have here are some controls. So the foot, now it will try and follow this, which is nice. And what it'll do is it'll try and turn the knee towards that. So now we can have like its knees like this. All right, grab everything, Alt, R, and G to move it back to its original position. And what I'm going to do lastly is I'm going to take the foot itself and add a copy rotation. So it'll just try and copy the rotation of the ikfoots. That one's just it's just nice to do. ikfoot.r. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I grabbed L, and now the whole thing just tries its best to copy it. So that's good. Nice. And I'm just gonna grab an IK and toss it on this tail. So now this is just a little bit easier to use. And same with the arms. Oh, I don't want that actually, sorry. Nice. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an idle and a running animation. So we're at 40 minutes. We're getting close. We got this. So I'm gonna open up the timeline here. I'm gonna set my keying to, I'm gonna actually turn off my webcam so you guys can see this part, because it always gets in the way at this point. Turn this over here. There we go. Thank you, New Media Manitoba, for making this all possible. You guys are lovely. Nice. Okay. So we got that. So all we're going to do is we're going to set the keying to active keying set location rotation and press I, and you've successfully added keyframes for everything. So I had everything selected with A. I is to set keyframes at 0 and at 1. And now at 2, we're going to start our idle. So let's take his hips. Let's bring him down a bit, get him a little cozy. Nice. Why is this? You're supposed to be, oh, did I set it on the wrong one? I did, ha ha ha. I have to be on foot, not IK foot. It was copying its own rotation, which is kind of funny. There we go, now it's gonna actually, now it's staying where it's supposed to. Good, 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 good. All right, let's give him a little bit of a tilt. There we go. He's got an unbalanced center of gravity, which is always fun to work with. All right, so let's got this. And let's bring his arms down like that. Let's put it back where it was. I'm gonna just work with these. That's a nice one. Yeah, I like that. Perfect. Okay. His arms down. Nice. And bring that up. This is a bit too intense, this lean here. Maybe it's just a bit too low. There we go. Nice. So I'm gonna actually have him be kind of rolling back and forth like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keyframe here, and I'm gonna duplicate that keyframe because when you're importing to Unity, it likes to have a little buffer between things I've found. So we're gonna start this animation at 3. I'm gonna go to 3 plus 64, which is 67. Head there. I and I. So now we have an animation in which nothing happens. So we got that. And now let's go to the middle. And we can basically move everything that way. Nice. And that's, yeah, lean in like that. Okay, so now let's keyframe that. And now this is what he's up to. Oh, I didn't do anything for his tail, so let's do something for his tail. There, straighten it out. There we go. It's kind of shifting his weight. If you want to get a better look, you can turn off the armature and you can see it better. And so this is good, but it's kind of stilted right now, right? And so one thing I talked about in my previous videos, and you can watch the previous videos on the New Media Manitoba YouTube channel. I'll put a link at the end of this stream, and it'll be, you know, on Twitter and stuff. Yeah, okay, so let's stop that. Boink. And I'm gonna head into, I can open this so I can actually see which bones are where. There we go. Where are my bones at? Where are my bones at? They were here a second ago. Bones? Bones? Oh, there they are. That was weird. Huh, okay. I'm also going to set the view to show me all keyframes, not just the ones that are selected, or all the bones. And I'm also gonna go here, right click on just the edge here and add a vertical split. And I'm gonna turn this one into the dope sheet. I find it a little bit easier to move things around in the dope sheet because you can actually see what they're connected to. So what I'm gonna do is, as he's moving, right now all these middle keyframes are happening at the same time. But what I wanna do, I wanna offset them a little bit. So if I take the spine, move it over a little bit, the chest, move that over even a little bit more, and the head, move that over a lot, and I play that. I still have to get that play button over here. Now, the head kind of like lolls afterwards. See, I can make it really obvious. Oh, I'm on the neck, that's why. Haha. I'm like, it's not obvious. It's not obvious at all. There we go. Now the head is kind of lolling like that, see? There we go. And we can do the same thing for the arms. So if we grab the lower arms, and just move them in time, and the hands, and move them in time. And you can absolutely do this with curves, absolutely. I just find it a little bit easier to work in the dope sheet just because that's where I learned. And there's definitely tutorials out there that will teach you how to use the curves, and that will be completely fine for you. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. So that is a good, I think, we're 45 minutes in. I think that's a good idle, so I'm happy with it. You can just check it by turning off this. Yeah, I'm cool with it. He's cute. A bit more intense than you'd see in the game, but what you gonna do? Let's pause that. And so now let's make a new one. And this is gonna be a walking animation. And let's grab his little feeties. pt.4, we'll start with that one forward. And pt.r is back. And we're gonna bring him down a little bit so that because when your stride is as long as it can go, you're pretty low to the ground. I'm actually gonna have to move him down a little bit further because this is a little bit far for him. There we go, he's a very short boy. And then let's move this over here. And usually your arms are, there we go, kind of offset to your motion. Nice. Perfect. So, and let's do the spine a little bit too. There we go. Okay, so that's a good starting one. Let's focus on the timeline for a second just so we can talk about timing. There we go. So at 69, we're going to create a keyframe for everything. And same at 70, just duplicating it to have a buffer. So 70 to 70 plus 32, which is how long we want this walking animation to be. Head there and just key those. And so now we go to the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the foot that was at front, now it is in the back. And the foot that was in the back. Come on, there we go. Is now going to be in the front. And this is going to be over here now. This is going to be over here now. And this is, whoa, that's a bit intense actually. Why is that so intense looking? This is going to be in the back. Nice. And the spine is going to be going the other way, very subtly. And now we got that. Okay, so that is the beginning of our walking animation. So right now he's got little slippy feet. He's not really, you know, picking him up at all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some frames in the middle here where number one, he's, so let's track some feet. So right here, the left foot is in front and then it's going back. So this foot is gonna remain on the ground. So that's good. But the other foot, we want to have lift up. There we go. So that'll look like that. He's got very long pants. There we go, put it up there for now. And I'm actually gonna move up the hips so that his leg is actually like kind of extended straight. There we go, that's a lot better. And we just grab all of these, and keyframe those there. I'm gonna copy the hips over here so that we have a similar gait on both sides. So now the right foot is moving back and it is the left foot that is moving forward. There we go. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I see what I did. Ha ha ha. I'm like, something is wrong here. Now there's what I'm supposed to be looking at. There we go. Now this one is up here and that one is good. Okay, grab all of these, and keyframe those. And so now he's actually walking. There we go. It's a fine walking animation. Nice. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his tails back in the dope sheet. And I'm going to grab his tail and I'm going to do what I just did by moving these around a little bit, give it a little bit of floppiness. And same with the spine and the neck and the head. Did I do the same thing again? I did, didn't I? Ha! I'm an idiot. There it is. Let's move these back. I want you. And the head. It's hard to keep track of sometimes. There we go. I like that. And let's grab some of those arms. So the lower arm. And the hands. There we go. Nice. Okay, I'm happy with that. And so now, we have 10 minutes left. Oh, cute. Everybody's popping in. Hello. D3 Dans, thank you. And thank you, D-Stool. Yeah, we got our little guy going. So he's got 2 animations now. We have... Close up the dope sheet for now since we're not going to need it anymore. We have 2 animations. We have an idle and we have the walking. So now we have those 2. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him some materials because I'm not gonna be unwrapping him. So I'm going to need to do something to give him a little bit of life in Unity. So I'm going to give him some materials. Let's make 4 materials. Let's call this one brown. Let's call this one pale green. Let's call this one khaki. And we'll call this one, oops, that's okay, white. And this one will be blue for his eyes. Perfect. Jack of trees. Oh, sparrow. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and use the viewport display to kind of, oh, brown. There we go. Keep track of what color things go where, just because I find that the easiest way. So that is that. Pale green is kind of up here. Khaki is here. These are not spot on. We're going to be going through all of these in Unity and fix them up. And blue is over there. Perfect. So now I can go through and I'm actually going to put that way down. Close that. Save up while I'm at it. And I'm actually going to go and I'm gonna start just assigning textures to various things. And I'm gonna grab an image again of Tom, Mr. Nook, if you will. And I'm gonna put that over here so I can actually see. Oh, I'm just gonna actually reset the transforms on that. There we go. And I'll put him over here. Perfect. That way I can actually see what's going on. So he actually has 2 colors on his body, so we'll see how well that goes. I'm going to do some C selecting, which is the brush selection tool. These will be blue. I'm going to go and I'm going to take his shirt, head into that. Let's wireframe it so I can start selecting things as I please. So I don't want his neck. I don't want his arms. Get out of there. And that's just the broad strokes. I'm going to grab that again. Ungrab these. That looks pretty good. I don't want his bottom. Box select with B. Nice. A chocolate bear. Exactly. And I don't want his legs. Oop. Other way around. Sorry. Middle mouse button removes. There we go. And that'll be pale green. Nice. And then down here, box select those. Shift select these edge loops, or Shift Alt select for the edge loops. Oh, I don't want that. And that will be khaki. And you can go back to solid, see how that looks. Pretty gosh darn good, I dare say. And I'm gonna have one more color, which is orange. Nice. And that one will be, in fact, orange. And I can do stuff like these and all of this. I'm Shift Alt selecting, by the way, to grab these edge loops. Oh, I missed a piece of that sleeve there. I'll come back for it. Grab these, assign those. Nice. And grab this. Nice. I'm gonna actually be opening Unity while this is happening because I'm running out of time rapidly. Yeah, 1 hour to do everything is pretty strict. It's pretty gosh darn strict. I'm gonna actually, no, the other way around is what I wanted. Grab these edge loops, grab these edge loops, edge loop, edge loop, edge loop. Make those orange, and then we grab his snoot. Go into wireframe to grab the behind, and I will make that brown. And head back into that. And this is going to be interesting. How am I going to do this? I'm going to use the knife tool egregiously. This is K to use the knife tool. Nice. There we go. And it's enter to lock in the knife tool. There we go. Okay, so that is good. I'm gonna hide these for just a second. Ooh. Get out of there so I can actually grab the whole eye at the same time. There we go. And now I'm going to press C. Oop. Now I want to be in face mode here. Select all these faces. And now it will be brown. Nice. There we go. It's Tom Nook. And I missed something. That's interesting. What is this? What are you? Something is animating strangely. I've missed a point somewhere. Do I have time to fix it? Yeah, okay. Let's go into weight paint and see what the heck that is. Let's head back into solid. Should be fine. What? We're looking for something red on his nose. That shouldn't be there. Ah, that's what it is. We just simply missed that one spot. There we go. It was just simply not selected. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now that is Tom Nook. Sweet. And he's got all of his things. So we're going to select the mesh. We're going to select the armature. And we're going to go to File, Export, FBX. And for this part, Visual Bug, yay. I used to work on movies. Yeah, I used to work at Tangent Animation. I worked on a film called Next Gen, and so now I'm going to go here, and I'm gonna turn this to a display capture, so you can actually see what I'm doing with this window here. So I only want to save the selected objects, and I want the other mesh and armature to be included. I'm saving this out as Tom Nook. Yeah, it is on Netflix. If you've watched it, the giant robot at the end, Super Ares, when he gets his like crazy battle armor, that took me a month, and it is my magnum opus. I have not topped that yet in my artistic career. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the movie if you watched it. Okay, so that exported him out. Wait, what? What's the movie's name? It's called Next Gen. It's about a girl and a robot. I did a lot of the environments and a lot of the robots in that one. Like the not the modeling. I actually did the surfacing, so the painting. So yeah, I don't want to take credit for the whole movie nor the whole robot. Okay, so let's go into this is the project in Unity. Let's go to the actual game screen. Here we go. And I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to my meshes, and I'm going to grab the mesh that I just created, which is on here. Where did I just save it to? I think it was in promotional, actually, oddly enough. Yeah, there we go. Tom Nook. Nice, let's bring him in, and he's a big boy, apparently. Let's tone him down a little bit. That lighting glitch though, geez, I do not care for that at all. I'm actually gonna go back in here and fix that because it's driving me up the wall. I'm simply going to grab these faces here, and I'm going to make them flat shaded to avoid that situation. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I'm going to export it actually directly into the project assets, art, meshes. So it will actually replace Tom Nook there. So that's boom. There we go. Ugh. It's okay. It's okay. So that's Tom Nook. I'm going to get some materials, and I'm going to go and create materials brown. You only heard Netflix Next Gen. Awesome. Oh my god, they look so cute. The little potato robots. Yeah, I surfaced those guys as well. Not the faces, but the rest of them. I'm pressing Control D, by the way, to duplicate these. We got pale green. We got khaki. We got white, blue, and I believe there's also orange. Nice. And so for now, I'm just gonna make these all their respective colors. All right, it's 7:01, so technically we did make it. I just haven't gotten the colors in yet. And we started a little bit late, so it's all good. Oh, this is blue, not brown. I don't want that. There we go. Blue and brown and khaki and white. And I'm gonna actually grab a bunch of these together, and I'm gonna turn down their smoothness all as one. I'm actually gonna set them all to the shader I made, which is got a texture on it. But I can, I believe, change it. Ooh, that's interesting. No, it's okay. I'll just undo that. That's okay. And the last one was pale green to change to that. Yeah, I was gonna use a fancy shader, but that's okay. That's okay. Don't have time. And then Tom Nook, go into his mesh, and we can actually go to his materials, and we can start dragging in the materials to the ones that we just created. So these came in from Blender, but a Blender material does not transfer to Unity, so you have to make another one here and then just slot them in like that. Boink. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna bake the lighting real quick so that he actually doesn't have these crazy shadows. Come on, Nucky, come on. Come on. I really hope that baking doesn't crash my computer right now. Sometimes it will. Oh, 3 minutes? What do you need 3 minutes for? Okay, 1 minute. Still though. What could you possibly be doing? There's no lighting probes in here. Everything is static. Really? Really? Why? Okay, well, it's working. Okay. That kind of worked, I suppose. Jeez, does he ever look baked? Goodness gracious. Do you find the controls for Blender and Unity similar? No, they're quite different actually, I find. They're quite different. I don't think I like that baking whatsoever. That was not very good. You tried Blender, you had trouble moving. Yeah, it's just a different, it's like here you use shift to pan, and here, what is it? I think it's alt and left mouse button. Yeah, and then shift left mouse button, just like select stuff like that. It's just, they're just a little bit different. Here is shift middle mouse button to pan. So it's just, once you get used to it, and then it's like rotate with the right mouse button. Which once you get used to it, it's pretty good, but yeah, that's good for now. I'm gonna head into the mesh, and I'm gonna go into Tom Nook, and I'm gonna bring out his, where's my inspector? There we go, come back here. I want you here, there we go. Animations. So you came in with the animations that we, no, I want that. No, I want that. Please come back. There we go. He came in with the animations that we gave him, as you can see, and they're all just in one big thing. Yeah, you're used to Unity. Blender really confuses you. Yeah, once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Okay, and then, so let's make another animation. So we have 2 animations here. One is Nook idle, and the other is Nook walk. Okay, so back in Blender, we can look at when those took place. So this one begins at 3, idle begins at 3 and ends at 67. We're gonna loop time and pose, and let's take a look. That looks good. Perfect. That's idle. And then for walk, you've heard through the grapevine that there's a plugin that makes Blender act more like Unity. I don't know the name or how it is found. Somehow on Twitter. I don't know. I have not heard of that. I heard that as well. Yeah. Honestly, it's once you're used to it, it's not even remotely a problem. This one begins at 70 and goes to 102. And we're gonna loop time and pose. Nice. So we got Tom Nook. He's rolling around, doing his thing. All right, we applied those. If we open them up, we can actually grab these, duplicate them, and separate them from the mesh. So now they work just sort of agnostic of what they're tied into. So I'm going to create a new animation controller in here, Nook anim control, and I'm going to actually apply that to Mr. Nook. Animator, and that comes in right here. Doop. And that's good. I'm actually going to give him a capsule collider so we can play with him when we load into the game. So I'll put him over here. Put him over there to play with. There we go. And the collider is going to have to be a little bit taller than that. And a little bit wider than that. Nice. Okay, so he's not going anywhere, which is good. That's Mr. Nook. And I'm going to give him his animations back. So I'm going to give him basically a bool, which is walking. And when it is off, it will be idling, and when it is not, otherwise. Cute. You can try Blender Soonish the vanilla way, so that's good to know. It's not much of a problem. Oh yeah, it's not terrible. Let's bring those in, just drag and drop. Then we're gonna make some transitions by right-clicking, make transition both ways. And so this one, I'm gonna turn off exit time and drag that to the beginning so it happens right away. The condition is when is walking is true, we go to walk. And then when is walking is false, we go to idle. And that's pretty much all it is. So I'm gonna actually put that down here for the time being. And let's load into the game. And boink. Okay, let's Connecting. Online. Entering game. Okay. I forgot how ridiculous the animations were for Raymond. Oh my goodness. Whoa! Yeah, something's broken on him. Yeah, okay, so there's Mr. Nook over there. he's just hanging out. And what we can do for him is go into him here, and we can set the bool. So now he's walking, and now he's just chilling. I love it. I love it so much. Let's see if I can play with the cameras to make it a little bit more. There we go. Oh, look at that lovely scene. Perfect. And this is, I believe, GIF material right here. Let's have him. Welcome to Animal Crossing Bootleg. Boom. Nice. Beauty. Yes. Okay, so that's good. We got that. Nice. Yes, that's pretty much it. So we went over, I think it's because of the finger rod. I agree, yeah. Rayman animation reminds me of a lot of the big cat from Sonic for some reason. Just super floppy. Just, Froggy, no. Yeah, so we went through today modeling, rigging, animation, some very fundamental texturing. It's nothing I would, write home about, but it's in there. We made, the materials. Talked about importing. You grab both of these, file, export, FBX. You pick where you want it to go, armature mesh other, selected objects only, export FBX, pretty much run-of-the-mill stuff. And then you just bring it in, you drag it wherever you want. I put mine in a nice little meshes folder so that I can keep track of all my meshes. And then you have your materials, which you slot into the mesh slots that came with him. So there he is, Tom Nook. He has his material slots. Then you go to the animation panel and you just tell it which frames to use, loop the pose if you want it to loop. And that's pretty much it. That's how you make a character and bring him into Unity. Any questions at all from the chat? I think we did it in pretty much an hour, actually. I'm proud of us. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun and learned some stuff. It's been great having you along for the ride. And I'll be around on the internet, so come say hi, I guess. All right, see you guys.